Hey, what's going on, guys? This is another segment of YS Stocks Market Forecast. So we're going to go straight to the charts again, like we always do. We're really starting this week as far as what we saw in the market, but more importantly, what we are anticipating for this week, right? So you guys should see my chart right now. I'm on Fin. I'm on TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And we're going to start first with the IWM, which is the ETF for the Russell 2000. So for the Russell 2000, for the Russell 2000, we made a forecast, and remember, we keep our line straight in the charts, right? We keep them right there so you guys can see where we actually are forecasting before the week and thereafter. So this line wasn't there before, right? So we said that IWM was actually going to close around 194, and on Monday, believe it or not, it did exactly just that. It hit way below 194, actually forecast. Then on Tuesday went up, right? And then it closed in a bearish engulfing candle, right? It closed in a bearish engulfing candle. So it leads me to believe bearish engulfing here, right? Following the same trend for the downtrend that we're going to see. This is the 18th. I'm projecting that we're going to see IWM test, right? If it breaks 189.18, I'm seeing that it's going to test. You know what? Let me just go here. I'm going to say that, yeah, it's going to test this here, right? 189.18, that's going to be my forecast for IWM, right? Again, the 1 ATR right here, the 2 ATR, right? It's going to be it there. And I'm going to extend this to the left. You guys can see it. And I'm going to have this drawn out here, right? This pink little color that I love so much. That's going to be my forecast for IWM, right? IWM, again, closing the week or touching 189.33 for the week, going into the 18th of March. So let's go to the QQQs. What are we seeing in the QQQs, right? So really close to the same thing that we saw in IWM with the Qs actually. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Again, my forecast for IWM was that it was going to test this, the mean right here, but it actually didn't, right? It didn't go as high as that. And then it was going to close at $328. So it on Monday went straight there. It went straight down on Monday, right? And closing right below what we predicted, which was $328. So what we're seeing right now, the first thing that we like to look at, of course, is the type of candle that they formed. They formed a bearish, right? A bearish engulfing candle, right? Engulfing both of these, the Thursday candle and also the Wednesday candle. So that leads me to believe that the Qs are going to easily test. Say again, easily test. I'm going to go, you know what? Let's go to the weekly chart. I want to look at the weekly chart. I want to make sure that this is right. We have support right here. I want to make sure this is accurate. You guys know that we got quad witching happening around the same time frame. So I'm gonna say that the Qs on the 18th, going all the way to the 18th. Where's the 18th? 14 days. I'm gonna say it's a lot. Testing 316.70. I'm gonna say 316.76. 316.76. Right. I'm looking to the left here, looking for support. I'm gonna say it's gonna test right here. 316.76 roughly. Right. Let's see here, extend to the right as well. I'm gonna make this my favorite color there, pink. All right, let's go to the daily chart now. Daily chart. So I'm gonna say it's gonna test here, right? I'm looking for the Qs. I'm looking for the Qs to test $316.76, right? Roughly. A little bit lower than 318, right? So that's what I'm looking at, given the weekly chart. And as you guys can see here, the CCI, the Commodity Channel Index, is trading downward, right? And we got the stochastics here trending somewhat downward too, kind of stable right now, right? But we closed in the bearish engulfing candle, which is again the indication. You guys can see it, bearish engulfing candle here, which is an indication of a downtrend, right? More down to come, right? More pain to come. Everything that's going on right now with the Russian-Ukraine conflict, right? This makes sense for us to actually come straight down, right? Straight down again, testing this area here, closing the week much lower than where we closed on Friday, right? So that's for the Qs. Let's go to the diamonds. Okay. So the diamonds themselves, right? This was our prediction for the diamonds, that it was going to go up and come down, and did exactly just that, right? So I'm gonna keep that there. So looking at the diamonds right here, really closed. So this will be called the dark cloud cover, right? That's actually a candle, a doji, a pattern that we actually went over this past week. Dark cloud cover, because it closed, right, more than 50% of the previous candle, right? We talked about that, right? 50% of the previous candle, right? This bearish candle here closed more than 50% of the previous candle. So this is called a dark cloud cover. And we see a dark cloud cover, right? This leads us to believe that we have more downside to go, right? Hence, I'm anticipating that on Monday, when the market opens, right, closing the week, we're going to test $322.69, right? Close on the 18th, right? Anticipating we're going to close this here. 318. I'm going to 322. 60, 6, let's go to 63, right? Again, dark cloud cover, right? Everything in the market looks like, you guys see the moving average here is trending downward. The CCI is kind of stable right now, right? But the stochastic is flat. If you guys can see, the stochastic is kind of flat right now, right? So leads me to believe that we're going to see a little bit more pain, right, with everything that's going on in the market. So again, my price target for this one in particular, 322.65 roughly. Don't know what happened there. Delete that. Okay. But we already talked about the prediction here, so we're gonna go again. 318, what's the 18th? 322. '18th. Let's go to let's go 322.70. Right? Let's just leave it there because for some reason I can't find 322.69. Okay, we're gonna go 322.70, right? Very close to what we were anticipating to do, right? So that's the price target for the Qs, right? Gonna make that my favorite color right here. So what does that mean? That means that when the market opens, we're gonna buy puts, right? Negative stack DMAs, VWAP, look at that, lower than for the weekly, but higher than the monthly, but lower than the daily, right? So that's bearish territory all day, every day, right? Let's go to SPY. Before we go to SPY, though, we got to look at the VIX, right? Because we know the VIX is the reciprocal of the market. Now we say the market being the VIX, the VIX, the VIX, the VIX, 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 right? As we see with the VIX here, right? We had a little bit of here, a little bit of consolidation. We always talk about advancing, distribution, declining, and what happens, the accumulation, right? So this is accumulating period here before it goes higher. That's what these lines represent, right? Accumulation, advancing, right? Declining into accumulation, then advancing again, right? Truly believe that the VIX is going to reach a touch 40 very, very soon, right? It's going to touch 40 very, very soon. And what we saw here, we saw an accumulation period for the VIX, right? Accumulation period for the VIX here. So that leads me to believe, ladies and gentlemen, not only that, but look what the VIX closed in, hammer, right? It closed in a hammer with a small body, right? When we see a hammer with a small body, see a hammer here with a small body, that's an indication for the upside. He's more upside, right? So I'm led to believe that on next week, right, we should see the VIX rise a little bit higher, right? Tapping 34 roughly, right? I think it's going to test 34. Got the VIX a little bit coming down, but truly believe that this is going to test 34, 33, $34. If the VIX goes up, we know the SPY has to come down. Right. So SPY comes down. Why? Look what SPY closed in. It closed in a bearish engulfing candle, right? It's a bearish engulfing candle, right? It's a bearish candle and engulfed the previous candle, really engulfed both of the previous candles, the candle on Thursday and Wednesday. So easily, I'm led to believe that this baby here, right? Leads me to believe that SPY is going to test $410. Right? SPY is going to test $410 by the end of the week. Man, might do it in one day, to be honest with you, right? Might do it in one day, but it leads me to believe that 410 is going to be tested for the S&P 500, right? Bearish engulfing candle, engulf both of these candles here, right? And we know bearish engulfing candle means that the market is actually going to go a little bit lower, right? And on top of that, we got quad witching coming up next week, right? Quad witching coming up next week. You know, you can just imagine what's going to happen, right? So more to follow on that. We'll see. We'll see how everything works out. I want to get out active trader. Got all this stuff open. Let me open everything, right? Let me get out of live news. Level 2, don't need that. Don't need the dashboard. Don't need phases. I just need charts. Don't need active trader or trade. I just need the chart, right? Yeah, so again, SPY 410. That's the market forecast again. Let me know what you guys think. This was helpful. Please like and subscribe to the channel. More importantly, share with your friends in order for us to keep growing, right? Keep growing this and providing some, so we can provide you guys some good feedback. So in addition to that, right, being that you guys are all subscribers, I'm gonna share with you a few things. So we're gonna be buying some, let's see here. So I'm already in Apple, right? I mean, not Apple, SPY, right? I'm already in puts, but, and also SPY puts as well. For a short trade though, I'm gonna be looking into buying some put debit spreads, right? Understanding that I anticipate the S&P 500 going to 410. I'm looking for a short dated trade for 2 weeks. And I'm going to be looking at let's see here. I'm going to be looking at 413, 410 verticals, right? For 2 weeks. Gonna cost me like 34 cents, roughly. All right, about 10 of them. If I buy 10 of them for 34 cents, I can make $660, right? That's what I'm gonna be looking at for Monday when the market opens, right? If it opens super bearish, I might not get in. I might wait a little bit, right? But I'm already in S&P 500, you guys know, right? I got 40 put contracts. But if the market is not bearish, I'm going to be jumping into some of these. Max loss $340. I can make up to $660, right? And that's the 413. I'm probably going to go to the 410. 413, 410. All right, 413, 410, $980 for 10 of them in order to make $2,000. I like those odds, right? So most likely I'm going to be looking into like getting 413, 410 put debit spreads, right? Expiring on the 25th of March. That's one thing. On top of that, you know, based on my analysis of the Qs, let's go to the Qs. Q. Got quad witching next week. Got quad witching next week. I'm anticipating the Q is going to to 316 roughly, right? 316. So with that being said, I'm looking at a very particular trade. Of course, I like my trade. Even short dated trades, I like to buy at least another additional week. Right? Just gives me peace of mind, right? It's not like peace of mind. Right. So I'm gonna buy the 316. I'm gonna sell the 316. Let's see here. I'm gonna buy 319 and sell the 316, right? Vertical, right? Go right here. Probably sell the 316, right? 10 of them cost me $1, right? Pay $1,000 to make 1950, right? So I like those odds, right? Only $1,000 to make almost $2,000, right? So I will be buying these two. Most likely I'm gonna buy 20 of them, right? Currently right now on my trades, the only thing I have right now, let me get rid of this. Move to, so I'm in S&P 500, right? I got about, I'm down 10% right now, right? 10%, but I got about 40 contracts, 40 in this account, right? And I will be buying S&P 500 short dated trades. I got this one all the way to April 14th. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, right? So again, that's an easy trade for you guys to get into. We're gonna get into, like, the diamonds puts, QQQ puts, and then we're also going to get into S&P puts for small to large account challenge that we actually posted. So hopefully you guys join us, right? If you guys don't, there's nothing wrong with that. I always say, always see you guys at the finish line, right? We're running our own race, not a marathon. I mean, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And most importantly, whatever you do, right? Always, right? Always, guys, practice logic over emotions. Peace.